Good evening, everybody. Hi, how are you? Yeah, diaring of a grieving mother. I need to share something quickly. This morning I woke up and it was cold. It was raining the previous night and I felt gloomy and I just thought of my daughter and I thought, oh my God, I just had flashbacks of how during this time of the year season, when she feels sick, she would come to me and it would always be, Mommy, I've got a scratchy throat, and Mommy, I'm not feeling well. And I'd make sure we go get medication. And no matter what time of the day it was, I would buy porridge. I would cook porridge because she loved umdogo. Cook porridge, put vinegar with butter and sugar, and then just take medication and sleep. And this morning, when it was raining, I started reminiscing and thinking about how she used to sleep with me in my bedroom, or I'd sleep with her in her bedroom. Like all the girl talks we would have, all the little gossips that her and I would have. And I found myself sobbing. I sobbed. And when I looked around, I'm home alone because my son is visiting the grandparents. And then after sobbing, I had to quickly take my bath, get ready because I was going to get picked up by the crew bus because I'm busy with the production that I'm shooting. So I had a good time of sobbing in the morning and then got into the shower. I had to take a shower, get ready. The crew bus came to pick me up. Went to studio, had to put makeup on because I had to do the shoot. And while I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm looking so beautiful on the outside, but I'm broken inside. I'm shattered. I am ngesizulu kuthiwa ngimanxeba. And I did the job I had to do. We had to shoot another episode today of the show that's coming up, Fake Marriages. And when the show was done, everything was done. Remember I told you that my son's with his grandparents. I got home and my son sent me a message saying, Mommy, please call me. And I called my son and I'm like, how are you? He says, Ma, I'm not okay. I said, what's wrong? He says, Ma, I couldn't sleep last night. I said, why? He says, I feel Tepang's presence. I said, what do you mean? He says, remember each time when we came to Mkulu's house, we would come, the two of us, and we would subsequently sleep in the same bedroom. He says, I felt scared at night, and when I was sleeping, I had to sleep with my phone torch on. And I said to him, MK, did you not tell Ugogo or Mkulu how you were feeling? He says, Mommy, I don't want to stress them. I said, no, my boy, you can't say you don't want to stress Ugogo no Mkulu. And I literally had a conversation with him on the phone for 48 minutes long. And I said to him, Mkanyis, anything regarding your sister, any emotion that you feel, whether good, whether bad, if mommy is not around, or you're with granny or grandfather or an elder, or you have the right to talk about it. You need to not be afraid to talk about it, because I find that he's keeping it inside because he looks at his grandparents and he says his grandparents are old, he doesn't want to hurt them, so he's going to keep it inside. And I had to remind him to say, my boy, whatever that we're going through, it doesn't surprise God, because whatever that is happening under the face of the sun has happened before. It's happening to us now. There were families back in the days who lost fathers, who lost siblings. But when you ask them how they survived it, that's where the power and the strength is. And I said to him, you and I need to cleave together, and we need to make sure that we are always honest about our feelings. Then he says to me, Mommy, when are you fetching me? And I said to him, when do you want me to fetch you? And he said, please fetch me on Saturday morning. And I said, okay, I'll fetch you Saturday morning because tomorrow I'm working. Because he's going back to school only on Tuesday. And then I said to him, can I please phone Granny and tell Granny how you feel? Because I can't keep quiet and I'm feeling anxious. You're not with me. And he's like, Mommy, I don't want Granny to stress. But I'm thankful that Granny is a praying woman. So I picked up the phone and I called Gogo and I said, Gogo, umkhanyisi uthakalalanga kahle izolo. And umkhanyisi athi erumini he was feeling the presence kasisi wakhe akekho right. And uGogo says, you know what? I prayed with him last night. I'm going to go now and have a talk with him. And I said, Gogo, thank you so much. And she said to me, this is Gogo saying to me, Sihle, you're doing such a great job. In fact, you've done a great job with your children. Don't ever underestimate that. Now, mengikhuluma ngoGogo, guys, put you in context. This is my Mkhanyisi's biological father's grandparents. And they loved my children equally so. Now, remember, my kids have two different fathers. So this is grandmother, meaning the biological parents to Mkhanyisi's father, because Tepang's father did not have parents. So Gogo was giving me strength. And I said, Gogo, should I fetch him now? Because I'm feeling anxious. Gogo said, no. I said, I'm also anxious. I'm home alone and I don't know how to deal. And Gogo said, are you taking your medication? I said, I took medication yesterday, but today I'm feeling somehow. She said, when you get home, make sure you eat, you take medication, you pray, and you sleep. Unfortunately, my son is on this herbal medication that calms him down. He left it at home. And Gogo said, no, don't worry. I'll take care of him. I will give him sugar water. I'll make sure he's fine, but leave the boy. And my son calls me back now and he says he had a talk with Granny, and Granny reassured him that each time he feels scared or overwhelmed, he must pray and speak to himself and say, I will not be scared. I will not be overwhelmed. Yes, my sister, you are not with me in the physical, but I know you are around me. So this is me sharing because people look at me and they think I'm strong, or they look at my son and they think he's strong. We are not strong at all. My son is going through the most. You guys don't know. I wish I could take my son's pain and hold it for him. My son is going through the most. My son and his sister were like twins. They did everything together. Yes, they had a 4-year gap. But my son is broken. My son is breaking. Yes, he's seeing the psychologist. Yes, he's seeing the school counselor. Yes, he's got people and family around him that is there for him, but he is breaking. He even said to me, Ma, do you think God has forgotten about us? And I said to him on the phone, God can never forget about us, Mkhanyisi. Instead, God is aware of our pain. And God is aware that you, Mkhanyisi, as my firstborn, you were exposed to seeing all the pain, the hurt that I've been through as your mother all these years. You were exposed to losing a father. You are exposed to gaining a father and losing a father again. And now you are exposed to losing a sister. And I said to him, God is going to build you to be the greatest warrior. You are going to learn to be kind in everything you do and say because you know pain. And my son said to me, Mommy, that's why at times I just keep quiet because I'm afraid to hurt people. I said, but you speak when you hurt. You speak when you're not happy. But let's exercise kindness because everybody out there is going through a battle or something that we know absolutely nothing about. So we need to be kind in everything we do. And one thing my son said to me, he said, Mommy, I just don't want anyone else to die in our family. I said, what do you mean? He said, if I tell Gogo and Kulu how I feel, Kulu is above the age of 74 and he's old. What if he gets his heart is more sore? And I said, then tell me as your mother. He says, Ma, I watch you cry all the time at home. I watch you break down all the time at home. And he says to me, at times I'm so afraid to even come to you to say I'm hurting because I'm afraid to hurt you. And I had to reassure my son on the phone to say, even if you can see me screaming or crying, if you feel that you want to talk, if you feel that you want to share with me that I miss TK today, that I miss my sister, you must do it. Nothing should hold you back. Nothing should be a boundary for you, my son. So I'm sharing this as raw as it is because grief is real. I've lost a daughter, he's lost a sister. And I had to say to him, people's lives go on, MK. And I said to him, we need to accept that we lost a sister, we lost a daughter, and people's lives continues. That's why people can get up, go on holiday, be at their houses, do whatever. We wake up, yes, you go to school, yes, I go to work, but when we come back, the reality of our home is TK is not there. The reality of our home is we've got TK's friends who are still sending TK messages on her phone that we cannot discard. We need to be there to appease them because these are little children. And I said to him, life is a roller coaster ride, MK. And I said to him, nobody owes you anything in this life, MK. I said, MK, nobody owes you or owes me anything in this life. Because right now, it's me and you that feel this deep pain. People may empathize or sympathize with us, but they don't know the pain, the depth of the pain that we feel in our hearts. And I said to my son, while we are at Mkulu's house, embrace the feeling of feeling your sister's presence. Embrace the feeling of thinking she's around. Embrace it. Allow it to happen, my baby, because it's going to crack you up to start crying, and crying is good. And that's when my son started crying on the phone. I literally had to just listen to him cry on the phone for a good 5 to 6 minutes. I had to listen to him cry for about a good 5 to 6 minutes. Now remember, he broke down and he cried. And I'm not close to him to hold him. And I mean, from here, for me to drive to Mkulu's house is about what? 40 minutes drive. But Gogo said, let him be, leave him. Let him go through the emotions. So I'm sharing this video to show you that when you see me in makeup, when you see me working, don't think, she's mastered it, she's healed, she's better, she's okay. When you see my son, don't think he's okay. No. We are broken. We are shattered. And that is why we are having the healing session of Diary of a Grieving Mother. Because I don't know. There's no manual on how to deal with grief. When you're at work, you must be made up. You have to be strong, because at the end of the day, there are bills to be paid. I need to still take care of my son. When you come home, I have to look after my boy. I applauded him. I said, well done. I didn't expect he was going to pass as well as he did first term, but he did. And he said he did it in honor of his sister. But the reason why we're having this healing session, we need to face ourselves and be raw and real and say, mina njengosihle Sibisi, ingane yami na 10. My 10-year-old daughter died. And now I'm a single mother to a 14-year-old son who's going through adolescence, who's lost a sister, and it's just the two of us. How do I navigate through this? There's nothing glamorous in pain and going through grief. When I was shooting today, I think I met some people who shouted my name because they saw me. We were shooting in Johannesburg CBD today, and they were like, hi Sihle, hi Sihle. And in everything and everywhere I am, I exercise kindness. I was very kind. Others asked for pictures. I did all of that. I was kind because in the moment I understand what my mandate is. So I just got back home. I thought, let me take a shower before I do this live. And I thought, no, let me just go live now as raw as I am to say, don't let the makeup deceive you. Don't let the wig deceive you. I'm not okay. And my son is not okay. And yeah, we are not okay. So that is why I'm encouraging all those who are coming on the 13th, next week, Saturday. Come as raw as you are. Come as raw as you are. Just come as raw as you are. Sizopola. You might have lost a child. I've seen, like, I only get to see messages from Kwanele Foundation later when I'm shown by the team. I've seen so many women who are saying, I've lost a child, I've lost a child, I've lost a child, I've lost a child. I've seen others, I've lost a husband. Come, let's meet, May 13, Zara April, at Jabulani Sports Complex. Sizokhala. Let us go and just be real. And I said, for some reason, I said, yes, there will be a spiritual person in form of a pastor. But I said, but can this be more about women talking? Women sharing their pain? Women sharing their experiences? Can this be about Usihle who says, guys, how do you handle when you're sitting at home and you feel like you can hear her voice, or when you're sitting at home and you feel you can hear her aura? I need to hear that from people who've been through it more than me. People who are saying, I'm not over it, but I lost my child 6, 5, 10, 20 years ago. That is why this grief support group is being started. Not for glamour, not for anything else, but because we need to heal. I need to heal. I need to heal so I can raise my son. Right now, my son is dependent on me. I'm his only living parent. It's just him and me. I'm his only living parent. So I need to heal so I can be able to raise him to be a better person. That is why I'm thankful for friends and family who have still stuck by me and held our hand through it all. So I always say, in as much as I own the narrative of my life in terms of I tell my story, I speak the good, the bad, the ugly. Why must I hide my grieving period? Why must I pretend Nati I don't cry? Why must I always just come up and, hello, hi, I'm happy? No. See me when I'm happy. See me when I'm breaking down like I am now. Because maybe there's somebody out there who is drawing strength from this. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there who God is speaking to say, God, be standing in the gap for Usile Nomkhanyisi. I need to heal for Umkhanyisi. I need to be strong for my boy, for Umntana wami. But I'm tired of being strong. But one thing certain, God must keep my son for me. One thing certain, God must keep me for my son. Because we are the only two left. We only have each other. Yes, we have family. Yes, we have extended family. But at home, it's just the two of us. And an empty bedroom that TK used to occupy. So, Masipholeni, let's be real. I'm one person that's real. I always say, Mtakadedi, makubuhlungu khala. Mtakadedi, makubuhlungu khala. Don't pretend. Mtakadedi, magumnandi jabula. Some are confused. They say sometimes Sihle does videos and she's okay, she's inspiring us. Then on other days she's breaking. That's because I don't know how to behave or deal with the grief and the pain that I'm feeling. I don't know. 1 minute I'm okay, 1 minute I'm not. That is grief. And that is why we are having our healing session next week, Saturday. To all those who RSVP'd, well done. To all those who RSVP'd, well done. Most people, I'm told, have been asking, why must they bring a packet of Pampers? The packet of Pampers is because it's a donation. It's a free event. But the packet of Pampers is a donation because if my daughter had survived the ruptured brain aneurysm, she would be dependent on Pampers today. So that is why those Pampers that you are bringing, it's a donation to the event that we're going to then be forwarding to the Rahima Musa Mother and Child Hospital, because that's the hospital we've chosen to give to children in the pediatric ward who need these Pampers. It's a free event. Others are saying, when I bring a towel and a pillow, am I donating? No. The towel or the blanket or the pillow that you're bringing is for you to sit and be comfortable in case you don't want to sit on a chair. But it's a free event. There will be food for you. Bring your pen, bring your your notebook, bring your Bible. Let's go and cry. But one thing I want to tell you, exercise kindness in everything you do and say. You will never know. The person you're sitting next to, the person you're standing next to might be going through the most, and they just need a smile or kindness from you. That is why daily when I step out of the house, even though I am broken inside, when people greet me or when I see people, I try by my best to exercise kindness, because I understand that we are all fighting battles and pains that people know nothing about. So Mtakadedi, to those who RSVP'd, well done. Well done. The details were on the poster. The RSVP number is 079 412 2829. 079 4122829. I don't know why I'm still giving it out, because I think we maxed out, but I feel this is a movement where we need to have this grief support group on a monthly basis, because sometimes as women, we inflict hurt on our children, on people around us, because we are broken and we are pained within ourselves. We need to heal. I'm not going to pretend and say I'm fine. Yes, you'll see me on TV doing shows. Yes, you'll see me anchoring programs and stuff. It's work. I need to pay the bills. I've got a son that I'm raising, but that doesn't mean I'm healed and I'm okay. Good night, Bantwana Bagadedi, and congratulations to those that did RSVP. Be kind.